Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss about the balance sheet analysis and we'll try to know how by common sizing the balance sheet we can draw a few inferences from the balance sheet which was not possible without common sizing it. So as you can see the screen that we are having a balance sheet. Okay, let me share it properly. I hope my screen is visible. So we have a balance sheet to analyze and as you can see we have a revenue for different years, and as you can see the revenue is declining year on year. The revenue is declining. It was it is in a declining trend. 750 crore in 2020 to 471 crore in 2021 to 403 crore in 2022. So we want to figure out the reason. What is the reason behind the declining trend of revenue? Now we have non-current asset and various components: land and building, plant and equipment, intangible asset, goods, goodwill, other. And in land and building, as you can say, it seems to be in a declining trend, but it is not the case. When we common size it, we will come to know that though it seems to be a declining trend, but it is not a declining trend. Plant and equipments also seems to be in declining trend, but this is not the case. When we'll common size it, we will come to know. And then we have intangible asset 167, 136.86. It also seems to be in a declining trend. The goodwill that also seems to be declining. The goodwill figure seems to be good. Other, it is increasing. So the total current asset also in a declining trend. Now we have a current asset where we have inventories, trade receivables. Inventories is declining. That means we are taking less time to process. So decreasing means you are having less time to process the from raw material to finished goods. Trade receivables, it is declining. First it increased, then it declined. Declining means you are taking less time to collect money from the debtors. That is a good thing. Cash equivalent is again decreasing. Okay, derivatives is a very small value. Asset for sale only for 1 year we have. So total current asset is also declining, and this current asset, and the total asset, which is a sum total of the non-current asset plus current asset, is also declining. Now with this balance sheet we are not able to figure it out why the revenue is decreasing. But what we'll do, when we'll common size the balance sheet, we'll come to know that the land and building, this percentage, that will convert in a percentage terms. So we'll take total asset for any particular year to be 100%, and each individual entries in a percentage basis of that. So as we can see in 2020, the land and building percentage was 10% of the total asset, but in 2021 it increased to 12%, and in 2023 this was the total asset, which is 100, which was 100%, and now land and building has become 13% of that. Okay. Similarly, plant and equipment, though in the actual balance sheet, the actual figure, it was showing in a declining trend. Okay. But in when we common sized it, that we came to know that this is not declining, but rather it is increasing. So, what is the reason behind this? So this shows that company, there can be two reasons. Land is building as a percentage of total asset is increasing, and plant and equipment. That means company is investing the revenue for the expansion of the business. Land and buildings increasing, and they are investing on plant and equipment. So they are setting up more and more units of the business. So this is a signal of business expansion, as a result of which the revenue is increasing. The revenue is declining. Okay. The second thing, so, and this can also be the case, but plant and on the sidewise plant and equipment is also increasing. So that means the business expansion is happening. Okay. Now, second thing, the company is doing, that is having goodwill as a highest percentage of all the assets that is there. So this is not a good thing, because goodwill as a percentage of total asset should not be more or less. So whether it is more or less, because it is not generating any cash. Okay, due to this, we have a brand value, and that is in letting the cash sales to increase. But just to confirm whether it is good figure or not, we can compare it with a similar